Hey everybody, welcome to the BOOshakalaka podcast. I'm your host Tiffany, joined my co-host Pierre.
Act the fool, girl. Act the fool.
Act the fool, girl.
I'm here.
Act the fool.
Doing my That's So Raven.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How have you been?
Busy.
I've heard. I've been busy as well.
Oh, wonderful. I hope that everybody really enjoyed that Candyman review. I listened back to it and it went by so fast. Like, we zoomed through it, but I mean, we did what we needed to do. I did also go back and listen to Prom Night. I want to give a disclaimer. I was on that, and I had a whole lot of things to say. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you found it hilarious as I did, but I was on one. Mm-hmm. You were not allowed to talk because it was all about me. But I'm going to give you your flowers today and let you talk about this one. This is one of your favorites. I had never seen this. I had only seen bits and pieces. But today, we are reviewing The Others. The synopsis is, in 1945, immediately following the end of the Second World War, a woman who lives with her two photosensitive children in a darkened old family estate in the Channel Islands becomes convinced that the home is haunted.
I don't even know how to start this movie off. Well, we start this movie off how I like to start the movie off, with a good scream from a distraught white woman.
From AMC Stubbs Premier Liaison Ambassador.
What is going on right now?
Royalty Nicole Kidman.
Oh, okay. Oh!
We come to this place for magic.
How did you not know? Every time she comes in there,
magic.
I love to come to the theaters.
Like, it was a lot going on. She had a lot going on. But, so, she's screaming, she's streaking. A woman in her house, dressed in all black, like she's mourning, with her two bad children.
I didn't think they were that bad.
Maybe it's the little girl that's
a lot of energy. You know, it's 1945, and then they can't go outside. So what I'm sure the kids did back in that time was they went outside and played.
Yeah.
But if they can't go outside, I can see them acting a fool. I can give it to them.
The vibe was already off.
Was the yo-yo invented?
Was what invented?
Was the yo-yo invented?
Okay. It was just a weird vibe. Like, the fact that you have, this house is huge. Like, this is like the X-Men mansion. And every room she goes into, she gotta lock the door behind her. Which, if I know that I'm photosensitive, why would I enter the room without making sure that, you know what I mean? Like, I was very confused by this whole locking of the doors thing.
Why didn't she just cover up the windows?
That's what was done,
and not
remember?
just with the curtain. But no, not just with the curtain. I'm talking about, like, put some pieces of black paper over the window. Something. Yeah. I mean...
Well, let's be real now. They don't know how to nig rig. But I just didn't
newspapers
understand.
were out, at least something.
Yeah, I didn't understand locking of the... I was like, what? Why are you locking me in the door? Like, it seemed like a very big hassle, especially when things start getting creepy. So she puts out an ad to have some servants come because all of the servants quit. They just left in the middle of the night, didn't tell her. And these three people show up. Mr. Tuttle, Mrs. Mills, and Lydia? That name. Oh, Mrs. Doubtfire. So...
Oh, I was thinking Beetlejuice. Lydia Dietz. That was her name.
Details. Why do you know that? But yeah, so they show up and like she's like, "Oh, you heard about the ad? Come on in." They look at her like, "Girl, what are you talking about?" But they come on in and she walks them around the house. House got too many rules. I would have been like, you know what? They got a cabin down the road. The last house on the left. I'm gonna go work over there because it seems like you got a lot going on here. Like, okay, the children are photosensitive and they can't play the piano, and you gotta dust, you gotta cook, you gotta clean. Oh, my husband left, he went to the war.
Like onion ring.
Yeah, the war been over for a year, girl, where you at? Anyway, who cooking? Like, she's not rude, she's just very...
To the point.
Yeah, and it's only 3 people in this big ass... I just like, it just seemed...
Like, I don't think that's enough. You need about 30.
Right, because like it take us all 3 of us all day to clean the house one time. What happens tomorrow?
You know, this movie had been spoiled for me, but I feel like I would have figured it out because the three of them tell her that, oh, we used to work here. What
Yeah.
you mean you used to work here? Huh?
She said we left a couple years ago, but they're old. That's the only reason I'm thinking, because like Mrs. Mills and Mr. Tuttle are old, so they could have worked here 20 years ago and it been okay. Now, Lydia, I'm gonna start watching you because your age
Right,
can't
that's
go
what
too
I'm
low.
saying. I'd have been like,
So you was working at
wait
5, you
a
was working
minute.
at 6 and 5. Damn, that's a sad life. But
You're right.
creepy stuff starts happening, and when I say creepy stuff, creaking and noises, and then the daughter
Anne?
starts saying that she's hearing and seeing a boy, Victor. And her mom's just like dismissing it and like, girl, shut up, read your Bible. She got them doing Bible study by themselves.
Girl, shut up, preach your Bible. But
like,
not just Victor. Victor and his parents and an old lady, an old blind lady.
yes. So it's
She's seeing
she just
everybody.
thinks she's making it up. And Lydia is getting her, Anne is getting her ass abused this entire movie because her mom is not believing it. She just thinks she's making it up. And Mr. Tuttle and Mrs. Mills just lurking around the shadows with these looks. I'm like, why are you giving these looks? Like, what's going on? You know something?
Like, if they would have just said something,
Right.
well, I mean, the movie would have been over. But
So
We playing
the
the waiting
mom
game.
hears creaking in the room, and she's like, "Tell Lydia to shut the hell up. I'm gonna get a migraine. If I get a migraine, something gonna happen." And we've been alluded
you
to
don't want to see me angry.
because something already happened that Anne has alluded to. Oh, on that day, she went mad. Mommy went mad, and they're like, "What happened?" And she's just like, "I had a migraine." You know, Nicole Kidman can make anything sound normal. But Mrs. Mills is outside talking to Lydia, and she's still hearing the creaking. It sounds like they're playing kickball upstairs.
Now she's really gone too far.
And she know the kids can't come out. You know, the kids are restricted to one room. So there's just only so much that they can do. And this is when she starts getting freaked out. She goes into a room and she hears voices herself, and it's like a bunch of mannequins. We would do mannequin and this shit happen. And it's a bunch of mannequins in the room, and she's like, who's talking? Who's talking? She go crazy. But it's like, she knows that something's weird happening, but then when the kids ask her, she's like, oh, nothing happened. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't have time for this.
Did the house come furnished? Is any of that her furniture?
I don't know.
Because there's
I would hope
boxes.
so.
She starts finding boxes of photographs of corpses, like, and we're just like, oh.
And then how long have they
Nothing.
been there? Because wouldn't you have gone through the house already?
Well, in the synopsis, it said, oh, shit, I don't know. Oh, it's a family estate, so she's probably been there for years. But it's like, you've never seen these photos before? How are we just now finding pictures?
Yeah,
Did
they're
we
pictures.
not do deep cleaning? Did we not donate? What is wrong with you?
They do. They have pictures of like dead people, but they look like they're sleeping, and like it's because it captures their souls into the afterlife. All that weird macabre shit. Back then.
Well, no, it wasn't. Well, it wasn't just that, but Mrs. Mills lets them know that. Oh, yeah. Many people left the house, in the 1800s because tuberculosis, and she's just like, oh, okay, I believe you. Like,
Well, but don't you have to catch tuberculosis? And they're kind of off from the town, right? Like they have a whole.
look, I don't know.
It's
I get my vaccines. Okay.
in a state.
Tuberculosis, I will not catch.
I don't get my vaccines, and you can't make me because my body, my choice, and it's all fake and bleach.
I guaranteed that you are vaccinated.
You had to. Am I
Baby,
tripping?
going to school where?
Okay, so am I tripping? You have to. Okay, I remember getting shot in my leg and telling them my daddy was gonna kill them. So that was my
Wait a minute.
main threat to the medical association. I do apologize, but
I
my
will let
daddy
you know that his favorite saying, I guess it didn't happen till maybe like age 10, but it is definitely and has been since I've known him, go to hell.
I feel like that's because of you.
I don't even say it anymore. I
let's
pass go to hell
rewind.
down to you.
Let's rewind that. I feel like it's because of you.
Could be. Possibly. Maybe. But what's her name? Grace. I'm not even calling her our girl Grace. She's just Grace. But you see her throughout the movie struggling with her Catholic faith because she like, look, Jesus wouldn't make my children sensitive to light.
And the kids don't. The kids like, baby, if they ask me if I believe in God, I'm saying no.
They don't, I mean, Why would he want me stuck in this damn house? Why would he stuck in the house? Oh, and you see that Mrs. Mills, keeps saying, maybe they aren't sensitive to light. Kind of like somebody that'd be like, oh, I'm allergic to peanuts, and they ain't had a peanut since they were age 2. It's kind of like, have you tried any lately? You might be all right.
Exactly. You can
go over there and get some Butterfinger, a little payday.
But there's this really creepy scene where Anna's up talking to Victor, and Victor hiding behind the curtain and shit. And he like, y'all in my bed, get on my bed, and like Nicholas isn't looking. He's like on the other side, like, Anne, stop making that voice. And she's like, it's not me, it's Victor. He's like, Victor, go touch his cheek. Nicholas freaked out when that little boy touched his cheek. And then, see, this is why I'm like, you hear what I'm saying, and you hear that that's not my voice, but he tell the mama, oh, she over there, and she making it scary, and da-da-da, so Anne get in trouble, and she got to read the Bible on the steps all night, because you never know what time it is. Hell, the curtains everywhere. So,
right.
Then she
they
hears
good-ass curtains. I need them.
Vic, aren't they? They're clicking and clattering and cluttering upstairs, and things are being moved, so then Grace runs upstairs, she realizes it's not Anne, but there's no resolution. So
that keeps happening. Like, she'll go in a room and close the door, and then boom, the door's open.
Yes.
She'll hear piano playing, and then she goes in there, and nobody's in there, and then when she leaves out again, the piano will start playing again. It's annoying. It happens too much, if you ask me. Because I thought that at some part, she was going to get them kids, she was going to take them out at dawn, and they were about to go, at dusk, and they were about to hit the streets. Like, I really thought that they were going to leave and go, I don't know where, but I thought that she was going to leave the house because, if the house is haunted, leave. It's not The Conjuring. You might not,
And they're talking about ghosts.
What was that movie called?
The Haunting?
I want to say Osmosis. I know damn well that ain't the name of it. What's the one? Not The Conjuring. The other one. I'm about to say Octavius.
It's with the creepy guy. Because I know there's one with the creepy guy, and he like kills people.
In the trailer, she was like, Lin Shay is in it. Not The Conjuring. Insidious.
Okay,
Insidious.
I'm saying that's what I was thinking. I was like, he kills people, but I don't know how.
Yeah,
because
but Insidious, the thing came with you, whether you left or not. It came with you. In the same with Sinister, like the ghost came with you.
My only reference to that movie is The Haunted House by Marlon Wayans. So I don't know how the real movie.
But again, they moved and the ghost was still there. Like, it's not like just the house was haunted and you had like House on Haunted Hill. They left the house, they were fine. This was like, no.
That's not
We're
fair.
attached, baby. I have imprinted on you.
That's not fair.
Let's go.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like that concept.
That's what I was thinking was going to happen, but it did not happen. And after all of that, she calls the priest. This is the part we're in right now.
Well, the priests don't come. But it's time for Anne's first communion. And also, she went out to the mailbox and she said, Mrs. Mills, come with me. She said, look, bitch, I put this out and the mailman never came. He comes on Wednesdays. He never got this mail piece. How the hell you here? She said, well, Mom. And I don't trust old Irish women. But she said, well, Mom. That's what we tried to tell you. We just come back to the house every few years. We come back to this house looking for work.
See somebody living there and they hired.
She like, oh, all right. She let it go so quickly. I was like, oh, if that makes sense to you, girl. If they're that
there's
poor.
more to the story.
So it's Anne's first communion. She in her dress, and she's like, okay, well, she want to play in the dress. I mean, it's just a white dress. She's like, you can play in it. Don't lean on the wall. Don't sit on the floor. And she just humming and playing with her little puppets. Baby, she come back to this room, and she sees the hand playing with the puppet is an old woman's hand. And then she sees an old woman in the dress, and she's like, where's my daughter? She's like, Mommy. Like, it sounds like Anne. And she's like, Mommy, are you mad? I am your daughter. Baby, Grace becomes our girl for this one scene, because she like, I don't have time to play. She started whipping this old woman's ass, knocking her up against the wall, tearing her hair off. Like, it looked like Cinderella when they just ripping her shit off.
What have you done with my daughter?
Are you mad? I am your daughter.
Oh, God, please stop.
And then when she comes to realize it's Anne, and Anne like all battered and bruised like Bad Girls Curb Reunion. And she's just like, Mommy, what are you doing? She's mad. Mrs. Mills come in and she run off with Mrs. Mills. She's like, she's evil, she's crazy, she's gonna kill us. Now, Grace don't have, I mean, she has nothing to say. She's like, I don't know how to explain it. You won't believe me. Like, I saw the old woman. It wasn't her. It wasn't my daughter. So now she like, you know what, the priest ain't coming, so let me hoof it in these mules. So it took her.
I know the feet was hurting.
It took her 20 minutes to get to the gate. Like, you ain't got no car? Did they have cars back then?
Yeah, they had cars in 1945.
So
yeah, I think like the Ford was invented in the 30s, something like that.
And
yeah,
I know
was riding
the Volkswagen
tanks at the war.
Yeah, they got
you know, I think, was it before she found the old lady or after that Charles came home, the husband?
This is when she goes to get him. Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
She goes out for the gates, and then Mrs. Mills and Mr. Tuttle are outside, and he's covering up gravestones with leaves, and nobody thinks that's weird, because
they
Mrs.
didn't
Mills
they had no leaf blower.
She's like, the fog won't let her get far, so she's walking through the fog, and she runs into Charles, her husband, and they just embrace, and he's just like, I was looking for a home. It's very weird. And they get back to the house, and she's like, you know, make him a bath, fix him some food. He goes and sees the kids. He like, I'm not hungry, I'm not eating. He just laying in bed. He kind of just very, you know, I mean, I expect
PTSD.
this after
PTSD.
War. Yeah, PTSD. He's just very,
especially one of the world wars. Oh.
Hello, that he didn't have to go to, but he chose to go to. And you know, he's not talking much. It's just very odd. But he does, you know, talk with the children. He's like, hey, Ann told me what happened. Tell me you whipped her ass, and she just, well, you know, you were gone, and the servants left, and I just went a little crazy. Like, she didn't really give an explanation. She's just like, I love the children. I love the children. They know I love them. And he's just like, I can't believe you did that. And then,
but then he becomes a mute.
Like
he
Lydia.
just stops talking. He becomes super distant and just, I don't know. I guess the feelings and the emotions just came crashing down. You just see him like just laying in the bed doing nothing. But then when he finally does decide to talk, he's like, "Hey, I gotta go back to the war." She's like, "Excuse me,
Said
the war is over."
He's like, "No, nah,
he said,
I
still gotta go."
I'm
like, "Nah, he got another family."
So yeah, and that's when she like, you know what? You went to the war because you know you don't like me, and this felt like emotional manipulation. But she's like, you don't like me. You were trying to get away from me, and this is all about me. So he says, you know what? You have a point. Let me fuck you real quick, and then I'll leave you while you sleeping. And that's exactly what he does. Cause baby, he wake up and she wakes up and he's gone. And they're just like, where's daddy? And he's like, he had to go back to the war. And like, the war is over. Like, this is when I start questioning, because it's like, girl, the war is over. But
right, I wouldn't have. If you leave, it's a wrap. Because what the fuck are you doing? Are you going to find work? That's the only way you could be leaving right now.
Right.
Other than that, get your ass back in that bed.
Well, the kids wake.
Round two.
The kids wake up, and they wake up like Claudia woke up in that tunnel. The sun is beaming on their faces, and they just start screaming, baby. They're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It take Grace 45 minutes to get through the door. She got to unlock every damn door.
They would have been dead by now. They would have been dead. If they really were sensitive to the sun, they would have been dead. Come on now.
Baby, she got to unlock every door, open through everything, the corridor. She sees all the curtains are gone in every room. She gets to their room, curtains are gone. She like put her nightgown over them. And, I mean, it's a what do you call it? A robe. She puts a robe over it, and she's just walking room to room, and it's like, light, 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 light. And Mrs. Mills is like, we told y'all the people in the house were gonna move. It's already established. The little girl has seen these people multiple times. It's already established that the ghosts are in the house. And she was like, they're gonna move the curtains soon. They're talking about it, and they moved them. Like, all the curtains are gone. It is beautiful in there. Like, the house actually looks nice. Well, they need to clean up a little bit, but the house actually looks nice.
A little dusty.
You're right, a little dusty. So Mrs. Mills is like, well, how you know they're gonna die? I mean, have you checked? And then she like, bitch, get out. Baby, this woman hold up a gun to these poor people. And she's like, get out, get out, get out. Give me the keys. And she's like, ma'am, here's the keys. We're gonna go ahead and go. All right, goodbye. And they walk out, they leave. Now she's just in the house there. Now the kids, on the other hand, they sneak out of their room because they're like, we want to go, but mommy's mad and we want to go and figure out what's going on because the ghost and Victor and the people. They sneak out, they go walking down, and they end up, because Mr. Tuttle moved the leaves from the grave. Like, once shit started getting really weird, and they've been acting weird the whole movie, though. So Anne makes her way, and she sees the graves. What do the graves say? Bertha Mills, Mr. Tuttle, Lydia. Now, Grace is inside, and she sees a photo album in their room. She flip it over. It's a photo of them.
The three of them.
And it says 1891. So
tuberculosis attack.
So, and then she hears the children screaming because here come, Mr. Tuttle and all them. They walking towards the kids. Nicholas pissed me off so much in this scene. They're walking very slowly, like they're trotting along, like they looking at the sightseeing and like, oh hey kids, we gonna be there in a minute. It's gonna take us about 20 minutes.
Oh, is this a penny on heads? Oh no, it's on tails. Then they keep going.
The ghosts. Why aren't they wearing sheets and clanking chains? You said that. I don't care what I said. Get away from them. You're always teasing me and telling lies.
And Nicholas like, and they're not ghosts. You're trying to scare me. She's like, I'm not trying. Like it took too long. But eventually he sides with his sister and runs towards them. They go running. Here come Grace out the house with the shotgun. She starts shooting at them. Mrs. Mills like, girl, tuberculosis finished us off over 100 years ago. Stop shooting. Stop wasting bullets. Girl, she dropped the gun. Because if they're ghosts, what are you doing anyway? So she dropped the gun. They go in the house, and they won't let them in. And she's like, look, the intruders, they're in there with your children. She tells the children to run upstairs to their room, and they go hide in the closet.
In the wardrobe.
In the wardrobe.
They're not in America.
Mrs. Mills is trying to let them know, like, okay, like, the intruders, once they get your kids, you're going to have to go upstairs and meet them now. It's over with. It's too late. And it just gets it is creepy. So the kids get snatched. We don't even know how. It's just one of them things.
They took them to dinner. They was hungry.
It was like 13 ghosts. They just gone. So Grace finally go upstairs as slow as she can. She walk into the room. It's a bunch of people at a table. And she sees the old woman. She sees the father. She sees two other men. And she's like writing. This is called... I forgot what it's called. But there's a name for it. And the children are in the corner and they're talking to her. And she's like, how did you end up in this house? Why are you here? Your mother? Is your mother the pillow? Is that how she killed you? And they're like, what? We're not dead. We're not dead. Baby Grace come over. She's like, no, they're not dead. She go rip up the paper. And you see the paper is levitating. So the twist of the movie, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen this movie. If you haven't seen the movie and it came out in 2000, I don't know what's going on. But spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. 5, 4, 3, 2, 5. Spoiler alert. They are the ghosts. So what happened was Grace, when she found out her husband died in the war, she went insane. She smothered her children with a pillow, and then she shot herself in the head with a shotgun. So they are the ghosts. The people, the intruders, are the people who just moved into the house. So, like, they've been haunting the house the whole time. And the intruders are just... They're
actually Victor's parents.
Right. And so they're just like, dude, you're haunting the house, and we're trying to figure out why, because we want to stay here. So, after this, the old woman comes out of her trance, and they're talking, and they're like, well, and then the wife... Now, this was real, especially in the 1945s. The wife was like, all right, look, Victor done seen this lady too much. He having nightmares. This old woman done got possessed by the little girl. We need to move. And he's like, all right, we'll move out by the morning. And they pack it on up and they move out by the morning.
As you should.
And, Grace comes to terms with what she did, and she apologizes. Well, she doesn't really apologize. She just tells her kids what happened. She's just like, when I put the shotgun to my head and nothing happened, and I heard y'all in the room, I thought God gave us a second chance. So I ain't going to talk about it no more. But yeah, they're dead, and they're like, this is our house. We're going to stay here. Mrs. Mills, go make me a cup of tea, because even though you dead, you still a servant in death. So, and they just stare out and watch them leave, and Victor says goodbye. And that's it. And they just...
Well, the kids finally go outside.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they can finally see the sunlight and everything. They're happy about that. But other than that, they're just like, more intruders will come, but we just have to learn how to live with the living, which...
Because they're not gonna leave, pretty much.
Yeah, she said they don't always notice when, like, people come, but sometimes they do, It's weird, but that was the twist that broke horror. This movie got so many awards. It won a lot of Academy Awards for Best Picture and all these kinds of things. Like, this was... Yes.
Best Picture?
Yeah.
No, it didn't. Best Picture?
Yeah.
I
You know,
don't
Best
believe
Picture
it.
just means Best Film of the year.
I don't believe it.
Girl, go look it up. But yeah, it was... The Others was a thing. Like, that was a huge twist. Like, you were not expecting that to be the twist. But then remember, this was 2001. We didn't have anything like this before. I think it won 3 Academy Award, Golden Globes, whatever. I think it won 3 of them.
Okay, it was an Academy Award. I knew
What was
that.
it? What was it? A Golden Globe?
Let's just say Saturn Awards. I don't know what that is.
What is a Saturn Award?
BAFTA. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah. But yes, very, very prestigious award still.
Yes.
Even, but just not an Oscar. But unfortunately, the review is very short for this movie because it was just a lot of chewing the scenery.
Yeah.
Pretty much like.
I mean, it was just a lot of, there are people here. I hear this. I hear that. I mean, when you watch the movie, of course, it's different. But talking about it, there's just not a lot to go into.
No, I am your daughter. But yeah, so that was The Others. Our rating system: 5 would watch annually, 4 would watch without bathroom breaks, 3 would watch but also scroll on my phone, 2 would fast forward to get to the end, and 1 would throw the TV media unsubscribe out the window. It's over. I'm gonna give it a 3 because it just started to get on my nerves after a while. I was like, okay, we've done this. Why are you not leaving? But then in the end, you're like, oh, this is why they didn't leave. But then again, are they trapped in the house? So I'm not sure.
I don't know, because like when she was walking in the fog, did she really get anywhere? Like, do you just walk in the fog endlessly? I don't know.
There were a lot of unanswered questions in this movie.
There were. The biggest unanswered question is the dad. Like, how, like, because, if they're not able to leave, he was clearly able to leave where he died.
Right. I think he's more of like a wandering ghost.
Yeah, so it's like, but why did you leave then? Why wouldn't you stay there? Like, it was there's so many fan theories. They're like, well, the dad was actually able to get into heaven. The mom didn't get into heaven because she committed suicide, and the kids denied God. So there's so much, because it's very heavily into the Catholicism of it all. So make up your own theories. I read them all, and nobody had an answer. So I was like, well, shit, I don't know. I mean, like,
yeah, 3 for me.
Okay, I'll give it a 3 because this is how I watched it. I watched it while scrolling on my phone because you don't really need to watch. There's nothing visually. There's no jump scare. It's just creepy. That's why I think that's. I mean,
I Am Your Daughter was a jump scare, and when they used the fake Michael Jackson for it in Scary Movie. And then he started fighting Uncle Phil or whatever the hell happened.
Not Uncle Phil.
I think Charlie Sheen. Oh, same thing.
Where is my daughter?
Are you mad? I am your daughter.
No, you're not.
Oh my god.
Same thing. Who cares?
Okay.
But yeah, that'll do it for The Others. Up next, we're gonna be watching Fright Night. I don't know if it's gonna be the 1980 one or the 2000s ones. I'm not sure. I didn't write it down. So I guess. No, well, we need to do both of them. So we're going to watch the 1980s version of Fright Night. And we hope to see you back there. Bye.
Bye.
Where did you hide it, Dan? Please be sure to send us your requests at BOOshakalakapodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter X, BOOshakalakapod. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram at BOOshakalakapodcast.